Hi darling, hi darling, hi darling, hi darling, hi darling, hi darling, hi darling. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're having a good week, or I hope that you had a good day whenever it is that you're watching this. I'm very tired today, to be honest, so I thought that I would do a more laid back video just to help you relax and fall asleep, if that's what your intention is today, or just to help you relax a little bit. Yeah, just going to be talking a little bit about looking gay, I suppose. Yeah, I've been really busy the last few days, which is why I'm really tired. My sister and my cousin came to visit me earlier this week. They came on Monday and they just left today. Today's Thursday. They just left. So I've just been spending a lot of time with them, which has been so nice, but also very tiring. We went for food, we went to parks, we've just done a load of things, really, which has been really nice. But it did mean that I was going to sleep a lot later and doing loads and loads of steps. So I'm just really tired. And I also have a very full-on weekend coming up because my other cousin is coming to stay tomorrow for the weekend. So I need to get a lot of sleep tonight, and just the thought of it is just stressing me out. Because I feel so sleepy right now. It's like 8:30, I think, and I need to go to sleep at 10. I don't know, because I have to wake up early tomorrow because I have work as well. What a tough life I lead. I'm very grateful to be spending so much time with my family. I'm really grateful. It's just the social battery is quite low right now, and I need some sleep. Also, it's very warm in my room. The weather in the UK right now is like very warm and not sunny, and it's raining here and there, so it's just making everything very humid, and the air feels very moistureful. Like, it just feels very humid. So every time when you go out and you come home, you just feel like very damp, just very damp, making my hair frizzy as well. But apart from that, life is good. Like, it's really nice to be spending so much time with my family, like I said. But that is why I'm a little bit tired, and why today's video is a little bit more chilled. I have a really exciting, not really exciting, I have a nice video coming on Monday, so please be looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a hairdresser roleplay, which has been long awaited and pending. I hope I did it justice, but I'm also planning to redo it a bit later down the line, so think of that as a take one. But I'm very excited for you all to see it, because I had a lot of fun filming it. It's WLW themed, of course, as is everything on my channel. I've been thinking about talking about this before, because I think it's something a lot of us kind of struggle with, talking about looking gay, right? And I feel like there's two kind of ways to look at it. I forgot to say, make sure you have a drink so that you can relax. I have water right now with a straw, which is always nice. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's two ways to come at it, which is looking gay in terms of like normal society, like straight people's views, and also looking gay so that you're kind of signaling to other queer people. So I feel like I will talk about both of those because they carry different meaning and different weight in terms of like expectations, I suppose. I guess the first thing is that part of the reason I made this channel as well is because it's very frustrating to not see any gay people that look like you, because I feel like a certain stereotype is just pushed in society, which makes people say silly things like you don't look gay, or you're not gay because of how you look, which is really silly. I'm sure loads of us have been told it at one point or another. It's like, gay doesn't have a look. It's great to be openly recognisable as gay. It must be so, so nice when my friends tell me things about how somebody knew they were gay. It's just like, that must be so nice. But at the same time, I don't know why people don't equate femininity or like looking more feminine to being gay. It's very frustrating. So that's sort of why I made this channel, just to provide a bit more representation, or, you know, another gay person that you can look to and see yourself in, which is nice. I always like following other queer creators, like femmes, you know, podcasts or YouTube channels, or, and it could be literally anything, but I just find it nice to watch because it's nice to see yourself represented. It's nice to see yourself in someone else. It's that sort of shared experience, I suppose. So I hope I can provide that for some people, because it is very frustrating. It can make, for me, I would say it made it a little bit hard to realise the extent of my queerness, because I always thought like I can't be gay because of how I present, like coming from a small town and things especially. But, and also, to be fair, I was never somebody that consumed a lot of media, which sounds weird, but like I never really have been one to watch films or series, so I really wouldn't have seen myself. And the idea, like I said, the stereotype in society is pushed that gay looks a certain way, so you don't really realise, when you're very femme, it's harder to realise that you are gay. Of course you are, because you think, well, I don't look like that stereotype, you know. When I say this as well, the stereotype, there's nothing wrong with looking stereotypically gay. Like, I think it's amazing, and I love that about people. It's just, I don't feel comfortable presenting that way, obviously, the same way they wouldn't feel comfortable presenting this way. It's just harder in some ways when you are presenting femme, you know, in terms of seeing yourself, and also like seeing other people and recognising other femmes that you can be friends with and stuff. But yeah, it is very annoying, especially if you tell people. The main thing is when you would tell somebody, I have a girlfriend, or if they ask you if you're looking for a man right now and you're like, no, because I'm gay, and people are like, oh no, not you, like you don't look gay. What does that mean? Gay really doesn't have a look. It's just another like sexuality and way of living. It's not like, even, you know, when you sometimes see straight people and you think they don't look that straight, but they are, you know. It's the same way you can't just judge somebody's sexuality just by looking at them. The same way you can't judge anything else about someone just by looking at them. So it is very interesting, like navigating that, I suppose, and dealing with constant backlash. It's backlash, and also doubting and things like that, you know. It's also, in a way, being less recognisably queer is also a safety net in some ways, which, when we're complaining about not looking gay, you do also kind of have to recognise that in a way it does make you a bit safer. You're less likely to be the victim of like a hate crime if you're not instantly recognisable as gay. Which is a whole different, you know, topic. But it is nice sometimes, because if I'm going like to the other side of it, being a queer person, recognising another queer person, I instantly feel happier if I'm in just a normal setting and somebody walks into the room and I'm instantly realising, oh, they're gay. I instantly just feel like there's a friend there that I can talk to, and I will. And it's so nice to just make friends with people that way, and I wish that I could be that person for someone else. You never know if you're the femme in the room and there's another, and you just aren't clocking each other. So it's nice in terms of, it must be nice in terms of visibility in the community. Of course, when you're in gay venues, like, I don't know, games nights, book clubs, bars and clubs, and picnics, every sort of gay event there is, of course, when you're at these things, then of course people will know you're gay, which is really nice. It's so nice to not have to. I always find people don't just assume, everyone is assumed gay, right? So it's so nice to not have people even doubting that you are, which is nice. But in everyday settings, it would be nice to recognise and like have another person recognise that I'm queer, which basically never happens. Although, you know, in a way that's also my fault, because I don't have any of the little like flagging symbols. I don't have a carabiner, which is just ridiculous, but I really want one. I want to get one and make it like pink and maybe glittery, or some rhinestones on it or something. I feel like that would be cute, but I don't have a carabiner. It also wouldn't really go with how I dress, but I think it would be something cute to like clip onto my bag with a couple cute little beaded accessories on it or something, so maybe I should look into doing that. I also don't have a double Venus necklace, which I really want to get one. In fact, I had a girl on a date ask me if I know what double Venus is. I was like, excuse me. You know. Anyway, so that was really funny. But yeah, I don't have a double Venus necklace, which is obviously an amazing queer flagging symbol type of thing, which I would really like to get one. So yeah, that's kind of my fault in a way, because there are ways that you can flag to other members of the community, and those are two very obvious ones. The other ones go back to looking stereotypically gay, which you still can't judge. Like patchwork tattoos, okay fine, a lot of people that have those are queer girls, but also they're not. Straight girls have them too, of course, it's a tattoo style. Jorts, why is everyone cosplaying queer fashion? Because jorts, I think that should belong to the lesbians, but whatever, I guess. So you can't tell, like if there's a girl walking down the street with jorts and patchwork tattoos, there's a high chance she's straight right now, because these things are in fashion. And even things like lots of rings, again, you know, it's just fashion choices. Or short nails. She could just be a rock climber or a guitarist, or she could just like having short nails. Like all these things together, you will see like the most gay looking queer coded outfits. She's got like short hair, short nails, loads of rings, thumb ring, jorts, patchwork tattoos, and she'll be straight, you know. So it's things like that. Unless there's a carabiner or a double Venus necklace involved, I'm going to doubt it. But obviously a lot of times you can kind of tell, or not a lot of times, but sometimes you can kind of tell if somebody's more masc presenting. But I think it becomes a bit greyer as you move up into a bit more like feminine presenting. Then it's less easy to tell. So in that way it would be nicer to look more gay. But yeah, I don't know. And then, you know, when you find yourself watching those videos, like how to dress more gay or how to read more gay, but the thing is, for me, it would just feel so performative, and I wouldn't feel comfortable in myself, because that's not how I would typically dress, as I'm sure some people watching this might relate to. So yeah, I've watched these videos, but unfortunately, one, I wouldn't feel comfortable, and two, I feel like I would still be questionable, so there's no point. I just find it easier if I spot someone else that is queer in a normal environment. I will just let them know. It's somehow in the sentence that they know that they have another person around as well that they can talk to that's also gay. It's nicer that way. But yeah, my water's empty. I have another one here, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. It is really, really, really nice when you're in a queer venue and nobody's doubting your sexuality. Like, luckily, in queer venues I don't really receive much backlash. There have been one or two times in my life where, you know, when men say it, oh, you're not gay, it's because they have some sort of ego about it, right? That they think that they can change it or whatever, which is like, you know. But when another girl says it, it's like, what do you have to gain from that? Like, and there has been a few times where girls have said to me, you're not gay. And it's like, what do you possibly have to gain from you being right or wrong about this? And why would you not believe me? I don't know. That felt very, like, I can remember the few girls that have said this to me, and it's just so validating. I don't even know if the girl that's saying this about me is straight or gay. I'm not sure which one would be worse. But yeah, very, very invalidating. Don't say that to people. I don't know what it's like in different cultures. Maybe the queer community would say that to you. But luckily, like I said, in queer events in the UK, I've never really had anyone question if I'm an ally or something like that. I suppose again at prides, it might be different because there's allies present, so then it might be a bit different. But I've never been to Pride, which is crazy. I really, really wanted to go this year, but every single event has somehow like clashed with a plan I've already had. Even this weekend is Brighton Pride, and I'm so sad to be missing Brighton Pride because that is supposed to be a really good one. For those of you that don't live in the UK, Brighton is a majorly gay city, and I really wanted to go to Brighton Pride this year, but I can't make it this weekend because my cousin and I already made plans a while ago and bought tickets for a different event. I should have checked when Brighton Pride was first, and I missed so many major cities, even little places. Like, I've just missed so many prides this year. So next year I'm making more of an effort to be able to go to one because I've never been, which, like I said, is actually crazy. I can't believe I've never been to Pride, but yeah. So if you're watching this and you're going to Brighton Pride, just know I am very, very jealous, and I wish I was you. But let me know how you feel about the whole looking gay conversation. I think it's so interesting because on the one hand, yeah, it's like, why should I fit into a stereotype? In the other hand, it's nice to be recognisably gay, to make friends, also for dating. If you're out and about, of course, it must be nice to know that people can hit on you, that people could recognise you and hit on you, but, you know, we're all shy, nobody's in. We all need to be better at making the first move anyway. I think the main thing I do, instead of just standing there trying to figure out if somebody's gay, I just ask. Why? Like, we can just ask each other, that's fine. It's not. And most of the time people aren't offended. Like, I've never had anyone be, like, offended or rude to me for asking. So, yeah, it's fine to just ask people. But I don't think, personally, there's anything I could really do that's within my comfort to look more gay, aside from, like I said, a double Venus necklace. If you have any recommendations for a good place to buy one, if you own one, please let me know, because I'm on the lookout for a cute one. I would love just like a gold one with the two hanging off, like charms. Also, what would be cute is if they make one with beaded chains, kind of like this. Like, oh my gosh, this would be cute. A double Venus charm, like a necklace like this with the lesbian flag colours or the bi flag colours, whatever you feel comfortable with, and then two, like the double Venus hanging off. That would be adorable. So if anyone has any recommendations for a good place to buy one, please let me know, because I'm on the hunt for a double Venus necklace, but I don't own one right now. Also, some people get it tattooed, which I think is really cute. I feel like it would look really cute on the back of your arm here, or on the top of your shoulder here. I think that's so cute. Or even this placement here, like on your, below your collarbone. Any of those I think are such cute placements for a double Venus tattoo. But I'm still undecided on what tattoos I want and where, so I'm holding out on that one for the time being. But yeah, I think that's a really cute tattoo. But just so you know, personally, I don't think that we should be worrying too much about looking gay, because there's bigger things to worry about, honestly. And also, gay doesn't have a look. And like I said, again, like, this is what I want to help with, just like a tiny bit of femme representation. This was kind of my intention, like, just to provide a little bit of femme representation and make you feel a little bit more seen in your queerness, in your Sapphic-ness, in your femme presenting way. You don't have to wear things you don't feel comfortable in or present in a way that you don't feel comfortable just to look more gay, because chances are it won't read that way anyway if it's not true to you. Like I was saying, like I could dress more gay, but it's probably still not going to read very well, and it might be the same for you as well if you're very femme. But if you have any tips on flagging, then leave it in the comments, because why are the only ones I can think of a double Venus or a carabiner? Like there must be others. Oh, I guess if you like wearing pins and stuff, like pride pins and stuff, you could put those on your bag or your jacket or something. That's a good one. Or maybe colour-coded outfits is such a cute one. So yeah, like outfits with different Sapphic flags as the colours. At Pride, I think that is so cute. Or even at gay events. In real life, somebody might just think it was a colour combo. So I don't know. But I think that that's quite cute. Also, I guess, do you listen to Girl in Red? Is a good one. But that's not obvious until you talk to someone. But like following queer artists on social media or sharing their stuff or liking it is going to show at least the people on your socials. So if there's somebody in your acquaintance list that you want to make sure knows because you have a crush on them or something, I guess that's a good way. Yeah. Or again, other femme podcasters or YouTubers. If anyone has any good suggestions, let me know, because I used to follow the I think it was called Can't Think Straight podcast with Phoebe and Tessa. They were a couple, but they've split up now. And I think there's some ongoing drama, but I don't know what it is. Like, I'm seeing some stuff on TikTok. I feel like there's some drama there. But anyway, I used to love their podcast because they're both femme. And they were a couple, so that was really nice. Representation. But I don't really know many others. Like, femme on femme. Or even just femmes, to be honest. I'm not like looking just for cannibalism. But yeah, I feel like I have some other things to say on the topic, but they're not really coming to my mind right now. But yeah, I've already said it twice, but I hope I'm providing a little bit of a safe space and representation and things to make you feel a bit more comfortable in your Sapphic-ness as a femme girl, as somebody that might feel doubted at times, or like people don't fully see you or recognise you. Also people just assuming you're straight and asking you if you have a boyfriend, or you know, like all these assumptions that people make about you based on your appearance. Don't be disheartened by them. It's annoying at times, but obviously you know who you are. So don't feel too disheartened. I do sometimes. Or not disheartened, but like I don't know. The assumption is straight, right? So don't feel disheartened that you're not being seen. Don't feel like you have to change the way you present if that's not something you're comfortable in doing. You are, like, there's a lot of power in your femininity. When it's Sapphic femininity, I think it's really nice. It's very different than, I find it very different than straight femininity. It's through a different lens and a different perspective, and it's just so interesting. I feel like that would be it's like such an interesting topic to dive into further. Yeah, I hope, like I said, I hope you're all having a good day, a good week. Leave your thoughts on the topic in the comments so we can have a little discussion. Feel like I could talk about this in more depth, but I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys today, because like I said, I feel very, very sleepy. I'm so ready to go to sleep. Wishing you a really good week ahead. Thank you so much for 5k subscribers. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. To my newer people and older, I'm very grateful. It's been so fun making these videos so far. I'm not going anywhere. There's more content coming. Of course. I'm really sorry I missed an upload last week. My job has been absolutely crazy and stressful, and I've been very tired, but I didn't want you guys to worry and think I'd stopped posting, because I will not be stopping posting anytime soon. I promise. Hairdresser roleplay coming soon. Please stay tuned for that. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I hope that you sleep well, or I hope you have a really nice rest of your day, and I will see you soon.